How many times have you thought, this is so unfair? Yeah, me too. Even this week, I had to wrestle with not letting myself fall into the trap of whining and having a pity party about how unfair something may be. And man, there's just these things that just pop up out of nowhere, seemingly, and just completely change your plans. But here's the real question for you and for me. Whoever promised you fair? Whoever promised you a fair life in the first place? What exactly sparked your expectation that you deserve a fair life or that it's yours to have for whatever reason? Like, were we raised to expect fairness in all things? Fighting for fair seems noble at first glance, but then the more I peel back the layers, the more I don't think that a fair world is the best world to live in. Maybe if I didn't have all the blessings and privileges that I've undeservingly been afforded over the course of my life, I would think differently. Perhaps, but I doubt it. Even with all the advantages in my life, and some may even say that they were unfair advantages, the most impactful moments for me came from the tough stuff. The stuff that makes you scream and cry. The weeks that suck. Not my kindergarten graduation or the bullshit participation trophy that disincentivizes our youth to put in some damn effort. Newsflash. It's not their fault that they have a tough time wrestling with fairness and thinking, man, this is so unfair. It's our fault. It's your fault. It's my fault. It's the adults of this generation. It's our fault for how we're setting up expectations in young kids' minds. Maybe the responsibilities you have as an adult seem unfair, but this is our responsibility. And you might say, oh, it's unfair. This shouldn't be my pursuit that I have to deal with. But it is. It's for all of us. We have to reshape this stupid, childish expectation that life is supposed to be fair. Nobody ever said that. Ever. And I don't want to make this entry any longer than it needs to be, but it's worth stating that by no means am I saying that you or I shouldn't stretch out a helping hand and help those that are less fortunate. Acts like these are human-made miracles and perfectly demonstrate a heart full of love. And it's nothing short of magical, in my opinion. The difference is, helping out a disadvantaged individual is not the same as promoting fairness. A loving act promotes kindness, humility, generosity, not specifically fairness. You're here because you're ambitious and dedicated to living a great life on your own terms. Let's talk about how top performers look at fairness. Fairness is less important for those who are on the winning side of the coin. Fairness is rarely discussed among top performers. And it's not because they choose to turn a blind eye to the advantages that they may have had. And also, side note, many highly successful top performers came from literally nothing. They started at the bottom or even below in the basement and built it up from there, whatever it is that their pursuit was, that they're now a top performer within. You see, top performers, they choose to stay focused on what's within their control and literally nothing else. None of this is to say that advocating for an increase in opportunity is bad. I'm all for it, in fact. I wouldn't be where I am today if I hadn't had certain opportunities presented to me, and if certain people hadn't taken a chance on little old me. In athletics, politics, and in business, top performers don't expect to be treated fairly. They don't expect it. They run at a higher level in their head. Their emotional intelligence, the optics or perspective that they have on the greater world and communities within it and how business works, they don't look at it and expect to be treated fairly. And maybe in some sense, if they were a little less mature in their mind, they would think, oh, well, I'm doing great stuff for all these people. I run a successful business that helps millions of people around the world. They don't think that way because they know that the world doesn't operate that way. They earn their recognition through trials and triumphs. The good weeks and the bad weeks. They earn their recognition by trudging along and staying dedicated to their pursuit, whatever that is for them. They work hard to build their ideal lifestyle. You want to only work a couple hours a day? You want to be kind of like that digital nomad, that lifestyle entrepreneur that has their computer out at the beach while they have an umbrella drink? That's not going to happen overnight. You have to work hard. You have to earn the opportunity to be able to do exactly that. They invest towards their eventual and inarguable wealth. And this doesn't happen because life treated them fairly. This doesn't happen because they only go to the areas in life and business where they have an unfair advantage. It's going through the good, the bad, the ugly, and staying focused and not getting caught up in self-made pity parties that so many people find themselves tangled up in. Fighting for a completely fair world neuters the opportunity for rich, fulfilling experiences in life. If you focus on fair, you're destined to lose. The real life men and women heroes out there were forged by fire, not by fair. Don't fight for fair. Fight for freedom. Carve out your dream life and treat others with kindness, humility, and respect along the way. Thank you guys for being here so much from the bottom of my heart. I am so thankful for your attention and your time. I hope these entries help you for this week coming up right now. Go out there, make a name for yourself, get after it. Don't fight for fair, fight for freedom, fight for the life that you want. And I will see you in 1 week from now. Peace.